Okay, Mr. G here, going over another day. I don't know if I'm here or not, but what you guys do need to be working on is those storyboard worksheets. I really want you guys to be able to knock out the storyboard worksheets in the relation to all the stuff that you need to know about that story, the characters, the hero, the villain, the setting, where's this thing located? And I want you to flip it on its head. The other day, I told you guys to work on the storyboard layout, lay out where these things are located, where's the story taking place. But we also want to mix it up too, because we don't want to create the same tale, the same story that's been told 1,000 times over. I want you to be able to create a design that you can incorporate more modern takes on stuff. Jack and Jill went up the hill to tag a brick, the side of a building. Is perfectly fine by me. So having them going up to tag a building, because some of you guys were working on graffiti, love graffiti, it's a good thing. Change up that story just a touch by your own influences, by what you want to add to your story. Awesome things for me. Love to see what you guys do. So create those ideas, those sketches in your sketchbook, and then finishing up the work on your personal symbol if you haven't done that. Other than that, we are going to be working on a new project, the next project that we're moving into. We start with the elements and the principles of art, and we're working on those designs. So because you guys are working on those designs, we really want to start going into those elements themselves. First one being line. So line, we got a project for that. This is called the 1,000-line piece. Now, the goal of the piece is don't count the lines. Otherwise, it goes from 1,000 to 1,000,000. It's just bad stuff. Breaking it down to something very simple, though, you're going to get a giant sheet of white paper. You're going to use those cool black pens that I got in the container back there, and you're going to do a line across the page. Now, as you're doing this, again, we got music playing, chilling, relaxing. You're taking a line from the top edge and you're going to pull down towards yourself. So keep the paper on the horizontal, and you're trying to keep those lines as straight and as close together as possible. Now, as you're working on this, there's a couple things that are going to happen. Number one, your brain's going to drift, which I expect. Fully want that to happen. Very good thing. As your brain drifts and you're pulling those lines down, your arm is going to move because your arm is not tied to a straight ruler. There is no rulers involved. It's straight manual, taking the pen, dragging it across the paper. As it transfers and as you go across the paper, it's going to start to shift. You're going to have lines that move, that wobble. That is fine. That's what I want to see. And as that happens, make sure that those lines stay really close together. As close as you together with a little bit of space between is perfectly fine. I want like a millimeter of space. I want to just barely see a strip of white in between the black, the white, and having those repeating lines in there. So we get repetition, which is the principle of art. We have line, which is an element of art, and we also have pattern. The reason that we have pattern is because, which is the principle, by the way. Pattern is because of the way that the lines are shifting. You are creating an organic pattern. It's still a pattern because of the way that things are shifting. So in this piece here that I had one of my students do, I think it was like 2 years ago now, these really cool wavy line designs that gave this wave pattern was completely organic in the creation, the way that he was making, because as he was drawing that line across, there was that shift, that wave in the line. Very cool stuff, and that's the kind of stuff that I want to see on that finished piece of paper. So take your time to work on this. If you want to take a break of this and work on your fairy tale piece or work on your logo, work on those things. Take your time, break this stuff out into different sections, because that's what you guys got to do to keep sanity and get good projects out of you. Other than that, if you guys have questions, throw the comments down in the comments below. As always, happy to help you guys out. Other than that, I will see you guys next class. Later, guys.